Back to Farm Simulator 2013. We're playing on the Two Rivers map. And meanwhile, back on the farm, we were just starting harvesting field 12, and we're cultivating field here. Got it almost done, so let's get him going again. And let's see, we don't need horseplay, we just need to hire a worker. Okay, start the tractor up. I've got manual ignition on all my tractors, and this particular mod of John Deere comes with its own version, so it looks a little bit different. Doesn't show the icon in the lower left corner, but it's okay. Still works the same. It still uses the same key, so get him going. And then let's jump over to field number 12. Start this combine up, and again, this one has its own version of manual ignition. The only way I can tell it's running it so quiet is the exhaust coming out the back there. Huh. Wonder why they made this mod so quiet. Never been around a combine that was this quiet. And let's get our tractor going here. Set him on his course, which is field 12. And follow combine, drive course. And there he goes. Now he's probably going to go ahead and automatically run this course, but that's okay. By the time he gets back, maybe there'll be a little bit in the combine to offload. I found that this new version of Courseplay, when you open it up down here, it won't allow you to change the camera back. You can go around and around and around, but you can't make it go back. You have to go to another vehicle and back again, and then you can pull the camera back. And it's a little annoying, but other than that, it seems to work pretty good. I haven't tried all the different things that are improved on this. Kind of figured we'd get to it during gameplay. So we'll see. Oh, looks like I'm in the hole. And let's see. I don't have a loan, but let's just take out 5,000. I hate being in the hole. We'll just take a small loan. Let's see, we've got field 12 that we're working on. And we'll do field 9 and 10, and then it looks like it's it for this harvest season. Or this harvest day. Try to get a harvest in every day. I know it's not realistic, but hey, it's a game. See what the weather's going to be like for the next few days. Aha, sunny. Now Thursday, looks like we're going to get a little clouds. You can't harvest when it's raining and the weather's bad. You can plant. So on days like that, I go ahead and plant, and then wait for the weather to change before I can harvest. Works out pretty good. Looks like he's done that field. Okay, let's back up. We'll move him to the field number 12 and be ready for cultivating when that one's done being harvested. Yeah, I play a different map just for fun. Not that this isn't fun. Um, yeah, I've been playing a map called Canada, and it's pretty interesting. I mean, they just took the American, from the DLC, the American map, and restructured it, changed the field sizes, added some things, took out some things. But it's got some interesting areas to it. I'm thinking when I'm finished with this Let's Play, I might start one of the Canada map. It's pretty cool. And so what goals? Let's try to set some goals for this. I think probably the season will last on this Let's Play until I've actually purchased all the fields. Once I get to the point where I've got all the fields purchased, then I think I'll end this season and we'll start a new Let's Play in a different map. I don't know what it is about this game. It's just, to me, it's just addicting. I know I have friends that laugh like hell when they see me playing this game. But for me, it's addicting, and it's almost, I don't know if therapeutic is the right word, but it is relaxing. And I play this game while I'm watching YouTube videos, or maybe a Netflix show that I want to watch that I'm not necessarily 100% into. I just kind of want to browse through it. Because you can start this thing harvesting with course play. You can hire workers, and you just have to kind of maintain them. Just make sure everybody's working, and if the tractor gets stuck, you unstick it, and if the field is done, you start a new one. And, but it is actually relaxing to play. I've got more hours on this game than any other game I've played, and I played a lot of Skyrim, Morrowind, Oblivion, where I've put a lot of time in. And I've put more hours in on this game than any other game. So to keep it from getting too boring, I switch maps. I've got games on several different maps. Just try them out, see what they're like. It goes through, the harvester goes through this electrical tower there's no collision set on it, so you go right through it. But it always kind of screws up right here. You kind of have to backtrack and finish that one little patch. It's always kind of, when you first start a new map, there's, have some mixed feelings about it. You basically start out with nothing. In the case of this map, I had some better equipment to start with, and I had several fields already purchased at the time that I started playing this map. But in most of the playthroughs, you kind of start off with nothing, and you're just antsy as all get out to get some fields harvested so you can get some money put in the bank and purchase new equipment. You want better combines and bigger tractors, and so like I say, it's a little bit unnerving, because on one hand you want to enjoy playing the game, and so you don't want to start out with everything in the game, so then what's the point of playing? But then again, you just get impatient because you want to buy the biggest field and harvest it, but you've got this combine from the 1800s that has, a 3-foot wide swath, and it takes you 2 days to harvest a big field, and so you can't wait to get the bigger, better equipment. Actually, I have quite a bit of fun just going through the different web pages looking for new equipment. It's fun to see what some of the modders have done and try them out. Currently, I've been looking for a new Fendt tractor. I think the 936, they've got some pretty good models of. Although you have to kind of be careful because a lot of people are doing this realistic mod, and the tractors for the and the equipment for the realistic mod aren't really structured to work well with single play. I've accidentally downloaded a couple of them and wondered what the heck was going on with this tractor. Also, when I get into the silage and cattle, I'm going to do a tutorial. I searched and searched and searched and had such a hard time finding a course play tutorial on how to set up for selling silage at the biogas location. It's hard to do because you've got a lot of going forward and reversing, and if you're using the equipment that you should be probably using at the biogas plant, which is the articulated front loader, they're very hard. Courseplay doesn't really like the well, it doesn't handle the articulated equipment very well. And so you have to be real careful. About every time I try to set up a course to scoop up silage and sell it at the biogas plant, I have to make 3, 4, 5 different attempts at recording a course until I get one right, because it's very difficult. You have to be very slow in your turns. You don't take any fast turns. Just throws course play off. So when I get that far, I'll do a tutorial, show you how I've done it. Prices are looking like. Let's see, we've got barley. Freight Depot 645, and the market is 561. And again, the brewery has the best price. One of the next things I want to look for in mods is I want to try to find a bigger header for this combine. I think this header, I'm pretty sure you can get a bigger one. Let's see what this one is. Whoops. Not what I wanted to do. Okay. Let's see, I'm using the orbital reel, and it's 12.2 meters. Now, the one that actually comes with the game, with that, with the DLC, is quite a bit larger than that, I believe. On the internationals. Well, it's not that much bigger. It's only a little over a foot. Huh. It sure looks bigger. Well, guess that's bigger than I thought. Makes me happy. While we're looking at harvesters, see what the capacities are. I like to use a quad track. I don't know why. I just do. Capacity of 12,330. Versus versus 14.1. Well, this one's got a bigger capacity. This one, the 680, you can get dual wheels. You have to buy them. And it's got a 14,100 capacity. I think I'm thinking of the different one. Yeah, I am. I think I was thinking of this one. It's a 670, and it's also got the 14.1. Okay, this is the one. The 9770 STS, and it's only got 11.8. This is a bigger combine in size than the one I'm currently using. But it has, and it sounds a lot better. It's not quite so quiet. It sounds like an old, huge combine. And I do have this Fendt combine. Actually, never used it. And I must be in German. I don't know what the capacity is. Oh, there we go. 12,333 on that one. Yes, okay, on both of those. And then I also have the Kloss. Which I have used. There's the Fendt. Unless I erased it or deleted it. Maybe I did. Oh no, there it is. Okay. So it's got a small 12.5. And this is the first mod I got on combines, and I thought it was huge. Let's get this guy in position. I love this cultivator. The only thing that I don't like about it is you'd think a cultivator this big would need a sizable tractor to pull it, but the mod evidently doesn't take into consideration the weight of the piece of equipment, because I can pull this with almost any tractor I've got that'll hook up to it, and it doesn't seem to slow it down at all. And you know, that's a little disappointing because I really like this combine, but it's not like I'm playing a realistic map or trying to be too realistic. I mean, come on, I'm driving through trees, so it's just, I wish that it did have a little bit of a weight to it, so that that I would have a reason to have a bigger tractor to pull it with. So what I probably will do is either find another cultivator, of which I haven't really found one I like better than this one. I'm sure there's probably one out there. But I might find another cultivator, and or I'll just pretend that this is heavy and hook it up to a larger tractor. I mean, again, we're playing a game. You know, I'm not really out physically tilling a field. I can pretend that it's heavy and takes a bigger tractor to operate. It's my farm and I can pretend if I want to. And no, I'm not going to start singing. Take a look, see what I've got loaded for tractor mods. Alright, got the old classics. Oh, I do have a Fendt 939. There's a new one I want to get though. And there it is. Haha, I forgot. I did download it. This one's kind of cool. It's black and gray. And it's a very nice looking tractor. I haven't actually bought it yet. So we're going to have to try that one. Comes in 2 versions. And then I've got the Fords. Actually downloaded a pack of Fords. There's the 3000, 4000, 5000, and the 7000. And then with those, you can get these dual wheels on a pallet. And it works with the 4, 5, and 7 tractor. And you just use your front loader to bring this over to your farm, set it down. You drive the tractor next to it, hit a button, and it loads these tires on, installs these tires. And so that you can have, you know, dual rear tires on these Fords. These Fords are kind of cool too. They sound like an old washing machine running, but they're kind of cool. Now, everybody's raving about these tractors. This one, JCB, and you know, I tried this one, and I don't know if I got the wrong version or a different version than other people are using. I had a hard time with it because of the physics on it. When it just rocks and rolls, and you hit a bump, it just bounces, and, you know, and I think it goes a little bit overboard. That may be just me, but I didn't really care for it. But I've seen other people play it that just love the thing. That's their go-to tractor. On one of my maps, I did play a couple of those Ford tractors with the dual wheels, and the only issue I had with those, well, one, they're not very powerful. You can't use them for very big equipment or large equipment. But the thing that I found about them that was a little different was with the dual rear tires on them, the turning radius. When you go to turn, the tires will hit the equipment. Like if you've got if you're hauling a wagon with them, and let's say you're picking up straw with a forage wagon, and you're making, if you have a smaller windrower, and you have to make a steep turn or a tight turn with them, the tires will hit the forage wagon and pretty much stop the tractor in its tracks. That's kind of irritating. But so usually if I'm doing a forage wagon or something that I have to make tight turns with, I won't put the dual tires on. It's a small little thing. But then again, if you were really on a farm and doing things, I mean, there's certain equipment that you have to make changes to. You're always swapping things out. That's why you have more than one tractor, because this tractor works well for that. That tractor works well for this. So swapping out tires isn't really a big deal in the long run. like we just about got a full load here. Aha. Now let's go ahead and catch this one up while we're waiting for the harvester to finish his job. I have certain mods that I've downloaded that I don't use. I should get rid of them. I have an Amazon seeder that I downloaded that is exact same model as the one that comes with the game, and I'll show you. Miscellaneous. I think it's not that one. Where are you? This one, the Condor, 1501. This one's the same model and everything as the one that's in the game. The only difference is you can do, with the in-game one, you can only do wheat, barley, and grass, and canola. This one, you can do pretty much everything. You can do corn, granola. You can do a lot of different stuff with it. And I think you can do like potatoes and all of that. But it's almost too cheaty. And it kind of, the back part here, when you pull it back together and set it up for transportation, sometimes the graphics will leave these wheels right here back, so they're just floating in the air, and I didn't care for that. It's kind of annoying. And I do have another one. I don't know if this is a homemade one or if this is something that's in real life, but I've got this one here, and it does the same thing. You can pretty much plant anything you want with it, and these things just come right up, and it looks like a TIE fighter when you put it back together. And it's kind of cheaty too, so I don't know. I have used it in some gameplay, but it is kind of cheaty. Kind of find myself when I'm playing games, and I'll get kind of cheaty and find the console and give myself money. And like The Sims, when I was playing The Sims, I'd give myself lots of money. And to be fair, I was pretty much doing it because I was trying to be creative and build houses, and not really playing the game as it's meant to be played. So yes, it's cheaty. I was cheating money in and that kind of thing, but on the other hand, the game style that I was playing was pretty much creative. I was just building, and I was having more fun building than I was playing the game. And I've had other games that I've done that too. And once I get into the game, then what I'll do is I'll start a game with nothing and play it as it was meant to be. And and that's a lot of fun too. But it's a little easier, once you've been through gameplay a couple of times, to go back and start from scratch with nothing and fight your way. Minecraft's another one that I've done before, where I would go into the creative mode and play for ever and ever and ever, and then finally get bored with that and start a game where I had no cheats and I had to do everything legitimately. And it's actually kind of fun. Skyrim, interestingly enough, I play Skyrim on the computer, but I do have Skyrim on PS3. And the last time I went on vacation, I couldn't haul my desktop around. It's huge. So, and my laptop won't play Skyrim. So I took my Sony PS3 and I started a brand new game in Skyrim, and I actually had quite a bit of fun. Um, I had to struggle to keep from dying all the time, and I had to play legitimately, and it was actually a lot of fun. Uh, since I was used to playing on the computer and having 110 mods loaded, it was a little different. Okay, I don't think he'll run into the harvester. Get him going again. The hardest part of the Let's Play for me is the fact that I've actually got Farming Simulator 2013. I've probably got about 4 or 5 maps I'm playing at any one time. And so when I come back to the Let's Play, I I have to kind of watch my old versions and now where did I leave off? What was I doing? And the other thing is that I'm not playing just this game. I play Skyrim, and I'm doing the Dragon Quest series because the new Dragon Quest is coming out in October. I want to be ready and up to date, and I haven't played it for a couple of years. And Mass Effect, I've done the same thing. I just went through a playthrough of Mass Effect, the first one, the first origin. No, that's Dragon Age Origins. Yeah, see, I've got too many games, getting confused. But anyway, the first Mass Effect, I just did a gameplay of that, and I want to go through and do 2 and 3. And a lot of people didn't like Mass Effect 3, but I thought it was fun. I didn't have any trouble with it. But I'm playing so many games. I'm playing the Fallout New Vegas. I'd never played that before. I downloaded that a couple of months ago and modded it up. And since I hadn't played that, I pulled out my Fallout 3 game on the PS3, and I'm kind of playing that too at the same time. It's interesting because I buy a lot of these games and I start playing them, and I get not very far into them and then just set them aside. And of course at the time I didn't have time to play them all, but I have more time now, so I started playing Fallout 3 while I'm playing Fallout 4 New Vegas, or Fallout 3 New Vegas. I just finished playing some Grand Theft Auto. That was fun. The new one. Yeah, a lot of these games I'll get into from YouTube. I'll watch somebody playing a game on YouTube and think, that I didn't realize that that's what that game was about, and I'm gonna play that. Unfortunately for me, I'm really bad at first-person shooters. I can't play them at all. I'm just really bad at it. When I was playing World of Warcraft, and I'd go into Goldshire, and I'd be a level 35, 40 hunter, and some little level 10 character would pop up and want to duel me and just beat the snot out of me because I'm just not very good at that kind of thing. PvP, those kind of games, first-person shooters. You might as well just put a target on my back because, you know, all I have to do. My son was playing Halo, and I'd walk into his room and jump on with him, and you know, I'd step 5 feet out of a building, and bam, I was dead. And I'd respawn and walk 5 feet, and I'm dead again. And that's no fun. That's just not any fun. I don't know what it is about those kind of games, whether I'm just not coordinated enough. I know I'm not fast enough. I have to kind of see what's going on before, you know, and while I'm looking around to see what's going on, somebody's blowing my head off. Another kind of a problem I have with games is if they're dark in any way. Like Skyrim, I don't use an ENB. Most of the ENBs darken everything. And I have a little touch of night blindness. I don't see well in low light. And it even carries over into the game. If you're in a dark cave, I can't see. I can't see anything. So, you know, thank God for Gopher making Predator Vision for vampires and werewolves in Skyrim, because I use Predator Vision all the time because I just can't see in those dark caves. Well, it looks like we're done here. Let's get him scooted up to the next field. Get him out of the way of the cultivator. And you, sir, going to move you over. I think this is field number 10. And we don't have course play set up for this, so I need to set up a course. Quick setup here. Having a hard time remembering which way I've entered this farm. I try to enter and exit the same way on every course play, so that if at some time I've got more than one tractor or trailer loading or unloading, whatever its job is to do, that they're not having head-on collisions. You set it up the right way, and there's, from two different fields, you've got a truck coming in to unload, at least they'll stop behind each other and wait their turn. But if you don't set them up where they're entering and exiting in the same way, they'll end up having head-on collisions. That's kind of annoying. Now, if I remember this time, we're going to save the course. Still need to go back and redo that one course that we didn't save. And let's drive the course. And again, let's see what we've got left. We're all 10. We've only got one field left. Finish that harvest. We're going to sell the harvest because we need the money. And then we will make sure everything gets cultivated, plant these fields, and do another harvest. I haven't decided what I'm going to do next. We've done barley. I think maybe I'm going to do some canola. I try to rotate through, hoping for a sale. Although, at this point, I really need to probably just sell everything and not wait for a great demand. We'll see how it goes. If I can keep my head above water here. So far, that $5,000 has done pretty good. Let's just park him right here for now. That's kind of out of the way. That course play is set up so he's not in the way of the unloading trailer here. Okay, now we're into this about 42 minutes. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a farm day here. And when we come back, we'll finish harvesting number 10, and we'll start on number 9 and get that barley all sold. You all have a good day.